So I've designed a couple of fun Christmas character cookies that I thought I could show you step by step how to create them pretty simply for your holiday. So we're just going to start with this simple Santa shape, and I like to decorate with Royal Icing, and so I have some here in my colors that I want. I have this flesh colored that I'll just start. I have this nice ridge here in the shape that I'll use for the top of his head and make a kind of a shallow B shape. So I outline that and flood it in. So Royal Icing is powdered sugar and meringue powder and water. It's the basic recipe. And when it first comes out of the mixing bowl, it's very thick and it's ready to make like gingerbread houses. It's very thick. You can pipe roses and things like that. It's a great glue. The next part I'm going to do, because I don't want it to touch, so I want to keep these colors separate, I'm going to do the top of his hat. It's just going across here and following that shape of the cookie, coming to a little point here, and then just flooding it in. So how I get to this consistency is I add a little bit of water at a time until it gets to this nice consistency that is thick enough that can hold the line and not run off the edge of the cookie, but not too thin. So it gives nice dimension. I'm not using any tips. These are just tipless bags, which was very convenient. So there's the hat and the face. He needs some eyes, so I have these little black dragées that we're just going to chase them around here, place them right into the face here. And you can use a toothpick or this handy little tool to just kind of push it in to the icing. And we're going to let that dry, and then we'll move to the next step. So once the hat and the face have dried, it just needs to crust over. It doesn't need to be completely dry to do the next step. It just needs to be a little bit dry, and so that it keeps those dimensions. Next we're going to just flood in this little brim of his hat in white, and it's the same consistency as just a flood. And I'm going to go right to the edges and along that face and fill it in. And then do the little ball on the end of his hat. And to add a little bit of magic, we're going to just put some sanding sugar on that, a little sparkle. And tap off the excess. And so he needs a beard. So we're going to go right up next to the hat brim and follow that line of his face. Another good thing about these bags is I've tied a knot at the end of them, so no icing will come out the back of the bag. So it's a pretty tidy process. It's fun to do with kids. So we're just flooding in that beard shape that we've outlined. And we'll wait just a bit and let that dry. I have a little bit of pink colored dust and a paintbrush. And this is just a fun little detail you can add to his cheeks right here. And the cheeks will need to be rather dry to do this part so you don't have any cracking. You could do this part before you do the beard, just to be safe so his beard isn't pink. So just takes a little bit, and then we'll take this beige color again and just add a nose. And we'll let this dry, and we'll just finish with a couple more details. We'll just add a couple more details. We'll add a mustache. So we'll just follow along his cheek and create the mustache shape. And then flood it in. Again, using a toothpick, you can always adjust the edges and lines. And if any bubbles happen to come along, you can just pop those also. And we'll finish off with some eyebrows. All right, and there's our Santa.